Greetings and salutations. Welcome back. This is the 237th episode of Twisted Strands, and it has been a while. I'm just getting my book to the right page. Oh, so sorry it's been so long. It's like I keep thinking of things to podcast and then I just stop. Anyway, my name is Jeannie, but you could call me JD, and many people do, and that's all cool with me. Happy New Year! That's the biggest thing I wanted to say. Happy New Year. It's a new year, but not a new me. But I have New Year's resolutions and stuff and junk, and I'm watching my cat in the background just bathing on my coat. She does a lot of bathing. I also have a timer so I don't make this too long, so yay. Anyway, sorry it's been so long. Stuff has been a little bit tiring and not too great. The holidays hit me a bit hard than usual, emotionally and stuff, and I do have some news. I am working part-time in a very nice office with nice people. And, it's part-time only, so not a lot of money for yarn, but that's okay. I have plenty. And, yeah. That's what it is. So, what do I have planned for showing you today? I don't have a lot of the finished things that I finished over the months I've been away. They're either in storage because they're craft fair items, or I've given them away because I like to give away my knitting and crochet and weaving. So, there you go. This episode is brought to you by soda and copious amounts of caffeine and sugar. So, excuse me for that. So, why don't I just get into the fun stuff and show you what I'm working on, and then we'll get into the stuff and junk, because the stuff and junk is just as much fun as anything else. So, this is an old whip that you might recognize. This is the Chevron Stitch Prayer Shawl. It is... I got my notes down here. So you're going to see a lot of the top of my head today. It's by Claire Stewart. And it's gotten way longer. I do like how the red and gray looks. Really do. And it's crocheted out of some red heart. And that's the gray stuff. The red stuff, I lost the labels on all the red yarn, so we're just gonna guess. I think it's Vanna's Choice. I bought it on sale, so there we go. And I'm using a J hook for this. Don't I have it with me? Yes, I do. Yep, J or 6mm hook. And anyway, it's really fun and easy, so if you ever want to do a fast shawl for someone in need, this is going to go to my church's prayer shawl program. And it's really nice. You do an edging over the yarn that you carry up the side, and it is fun and it is easy. And now I'll be able to move my progress keeper. I originally had it down here, but then I got bored and I forgot when I had moved it to that. So now I get to move it to a new space. My next whip is pretty interesting. Now, anybody who hears me natter about stuff on Facebook knows that I go to a great deal of estate sales, garage sales, etc. So I went to this gorgeous Victorian mansion that was at the tail end of Morristown, and just when you get into Florham Park almost. It was gorgeous. 3 floors, a carriage house, I was just going in there because I had always seen the house growing up and I always wanted to see what the inside was like. Recently it was put on sale, so I got to go to the estate sale that was held there, and thankfully enough, there was many things. I purchased a few kitchen things and 2 vintage magazines, which are full of things. This one is from fall 1980, which is pretty neat. I was only 9 years old at the time, and I decided to make a topsy-turvy doll from this magazine. It's designed by Jill Kent, and it's knit on size 6 or 7 needles, I'm not sure. But this is a picture of the completed doll. Isn't that adorable? Unfortunately, like many older magazines and books, it's not on Ravelry, so I forgot when I started it. It was back in November that I started it. It's really fun. You just knit one long piece, but I was afraid of running out of the base yarn. This is all I have left of the yarn that I used to knit the baby body for. So I'm going to knit with a newer, fuller ball of yarn for the arms. Show you what I'm doing. This is just going to be under the dress anyway, and this will be her hands, of which I gotta make 4 more of. Since I ran out of the yarn for the body, I made it a little bit shorter. It's going to be a bit smaller. But I'm sure I can adjust the sewn dress patterns just fine. Oh, this is the needle I'm using. Ah. Of course, I totally dropped it. 4mm needle. I believe that's size 6. So anyway, there's that. And this is this is my newest whip. This is what I picked up 2 days ago. So anyway, my dad got a package in the mail. And it was a freaking knit hat, okay? He bought a hat, a machine knit hat. And I said to him, why didn't you ask me to make it? He just shrugged. And we went along our merry little day. Turns out it didn't fit him at all. So, there's karma for you. Ask your daughter to knit you a hat instead of buying one, would ya? So, I decided to cast this on. I was planning on making it anyway. It's called First Snow. It is designed by the Vulgar Knitter. It is a free pattern. It is lovely. You knit it in bulky yarn, and this is Cascade 128. I don't have the label with me, sorry. It's just a pretty blue. But if I may tell you a bit about this yarn, I don't think I will ever use it again, despite the price point, which was about average, higher average. Because I can already tell it's gonna pill like a mofo. It really is. It's going to be awful. But it's still pretty. So First Snow is a lovely pattern. I highly recommend it. I've got my stitch marker made by Snarky Llama right there. So yeah, I'm just making it per the instructions. I hope I have enough wool. But yeah. I am enjoying this. It's lovely. It's coming up quickly. And hopefully Dad will like it much better than the one he bought. So, that's the last whip. 3 whips. Well, I also have a cross-stitch one, but let me see if I can get it for you. I'm trying, my iPad is kind of recording this for me, and it's precariously placed upon some clutter. So every move I make, I'm trying not to upset the machine. But this is a really cute freebie that I got. That is from the World of Cross Stitch. The magazine is right underneath the iPad, so I can't miss it. So if you have ever felt bad about the back of your work, have a chuckle at the back of my cross stitching, because since it's a kit, I refuse to let that yarn go to waste. I will just keep on using it. I will cross over 2 inches if I got to. Yeah, see? Crossed over 2 inches. I did change up the needle. I didn't like the needle that came with the kit, and I think this is the rest of the yarn. Yeah, I am not a very organized crafter, but you already know that if you've seen this show before. Oh, did I let me see. Yes, I believed I mentioned all of my whips, so let's go on to stuff and junk. Have I been spinning? No. My beautiful wheel and my pretty wool that I was spinning so long ago is still sitting in the den, and the den is positively Arctic. Really is cold in there, so I just have not... Hey, stupid phone thingy. I'm using it to time myself so I don't go over too much. Anyway, yeah, it is in there, and it is so cold. I forced myself to finish a commission, which is a huge, like triple extra large gift bag for a friend of mine. So I went in there, thankfully enough the heat kicked in, and I was able to work on it today and finish it and give it to her. I would have felt really awful if I couldn't deliver it to her. But anyway, yeah. Sorry for looking down. I'm working on stuff. Right, Cleo? Are you being good? I don't care. No. No. So anyway. Is that? No, anyway. Like, it's obvious, I know, that I'm distracted. But I do plan, one of my resolutions, or planned, or whatever you want to call it, for this new year is to continue podcasting, because I lack my stitching group. I miss my stitching bitchers. I miss my Wednesday yarn group that I really don't go to anymore because of traffic and the commute to that Panera and Olive is crazy. So, messages coming across this. I hope it's recording all right. Now, for purchases, I did purchase yarn to make a hat, and I purchased the really sweet kit that was put together in a collaboration between Sadie of Yarnivore, who is awesome, and Mother Ducker, I forgot. I am so sorry. I'm even following her on Instagram. But anyway, it was a kit with some gorgeous yarn and a gorgeous, sweet little bag. And I don't know where that is. I will have to, next week, get a little better organized and grab some of my newer purchases so you can see. And I know that the Vogue Knitting Live is happening in about a week or two, I think. It's coming up quickly. So I will try to make it there. I will put a post out or mention it in the next podcast, which will be in a week. And I will do a review of the latest knit scene. And resolutions, yes. Okay, so some changes to the podcast I'm going to make. Not a lot. I'm going to try and work on my appearance so I look more professional. Even if I do wear my pajamas or my 3 grumpy cat shirt, I'm still going to try and do my hair and makeup a little bit. I'm going to keep the language a little more family friendly so more people can enjoy the podcast. And yeah, at least keep it weekly or bi-weekly and keep people informed and do notes. I will definitely try to do notes this time, and there we go. So let me see, what can I do to let you know? I'm going to put all my contact information in a little space after I'm done recording. And no, that's it for right now. I figure about the cussing thing. If Kina from the Limitless Crafter can still show how awesome she is without saying the F word, so can I. So I'm going to try and do that too. Oh, please feel free to join the group. It's called Twisted Strands and Twisted Strands Podcast, and that's where I put announcements for the show and all that. And there we go. I'm 17 minutes into recording, so I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to keep it short, each podcast, unless I do a book review or a magazine review. And there you go. That'll be this year. Oh, also, I want to knit more socks. I keep saying that to myself, but I have dozens, if not hundreds, of sock patterns and dozens, if not multiple dozens, of skeins of sock yarn. I really do want to make more socks this year. So maybe 6 pairs? Let me know in the comments of YouTube or Ravelry group or Facebook or whatever. You'll see where I am. Y'all know where I am. Y'all know where to find me. So let me know. Do you have any resolutions / goals, whatever, for the new year? And I do. I'm still mulling some over, but yeah. More crafting. That's what I'm planning on doing. More crafts. And that's it. Let me leave you with my parting thought as always. That is not going away because it will never not be true. Okay? Say it with me, longtime viewers. Whenever you're doing crafts, from the simple crafts to the heirloom knits, you're making the world a more beautiful place, and for that, I thank you. Have a great 2018, and I'll talk to you next week. On Monday, probably. Bye, everybody.